There is no doubt Napoleon was head over heels for Joséphine, but did she ever truly love him? To answer this, we must go all the way back to the night they met. It was 1795. Napoleon, just 26 years old, was introduced to a striking aristocratic woman called Rose at a society ball. For him, it was love at first sight, but for her, it was complicated. She was in her early 30s, with 2 children, almost no money, and the trauma of surviving imprisonment and, in consequence, the guillotine during the Revolution. Napoleon affectionately nicknamed her Joséphine after her middle name Joseph, but his awkwardness did not immediately woo the glamorous Parisian lady. Left without access to either her family's fortune or her late husband's estate, she relied on the charity of her relations and strategically cultivated affairs with prominent political men, among them Napoleon's mentor, Paul Barras, to re-establish herself in Parisian society. Eventually, the besotted Napoleon persuaded her to become his mistress, and only a few months later proposed marriage. Joséphine was initially reluctant to approve, but after reconsidering her precarious financial position and the future of her children, she accepted. After all, Napoleon wasn't a terrible match. He was an up-and-coming general, and many foresaw a great career ahead of him, but just how great, they had no idea. The two were married in March 1796, and just a few days later, Napoleon was sent to lead a French army in his incredibly successful Italian campaign. From afar, Napoleon poured out his devotion in letter after letter. Joséphine, on the other hand, wrote far fewer letters. She was occupied with an affair with a handsome young soldier named Hippolyte Charles. When Napoleon learned of the affair, he was furious. Yet, he was far from completely faithful himself. During his Egyptian campaign, he took his own mistress, Pauline Forest, the wife of a junior officer. When he returned, Joséphine begged forgiveness, apparently throwing herself at his feet, and Napoleon, who, remember, also had his own affair, forgave her. Though trust was never fully restored, their bond endured, and Joséphine began to follow him more closely now, determined not to lose him and her incredibly powerful position. Their relationship remained central to Napoleon's image. At his coronation in 1804, after crowning himself, he placed the crown on Joséphine's head, making her empress beside him. But their greatest rift was yet to come: Joséphine's inability to bear him an heir. Despite his enduring love, Napoleon informed Joséphine they must divorce so he could remarry and secure an heir. Joséphine understood the inevitable and gravely assented. The two were divorced in 1810 in a solemn ceremony where each read a statement of their devotion to the other, ending possibly the most consequential marriage of the 19th century. So, did Joséphine ever truly love Napoleon? At first, almost certainly not. But over time, if her feelings never matched his passion, she most likely grew to respect, and perhaps even to love, the man who never stopped loving her. If you enjoyed history told like a stroll through a museum, check out my YouTube channel.